supply curve. There's difference between the short run and the long run. In the short run, we can talk about productivity, we can talk about wage rate and the rest. But in the long run, we're talking about things that can actually change in a long period of time. So one of the things that we can change in the long run is the technological advances. We cannot we cannot buy technology right now to improve output. We plan for it, yes or no? So because we can plan for technology in the long run, that means it can change the quantity or the quality of our output. So here I go. In the long run, it's okay. Shift in the long run aggregate supply curve. The long run aggregate supply curve, the long run aggregate supply change over time. This is because the quality and the quantity of economic resources changes over time. These changes bring about changes in the productive potential of the economy. So there's changes in the productive potential of the economy in the long run, if we are able to use all these factors around here. The first one is technological advances. With technology, things are expected to become faster and better. So with that, the long run aggregate supply curve is supposed to shift rightward from LRAS1 to LRAS2. So technological advancements, that's improvement in technology. Hello, sit properly. Technological advancements will bring about improvement in the use of resources, and that is expected to increase our productivity. The long run aggregate supply curve will shift rightward from LRAS1 to LRAS2. Please note that price level is constant at this point in time. The second one is changes in relative productivity of competing economies. If productive potential of a given economy increases, it means the PPF, the economy is operating along the PPF, shifting it outward from PPF1 to PPF2, from PPF1 to PPF2. So if we are increasing our output from PPF1 to PPF2, it simply implies that the long run aggregate supply curve will shift also rightward from LRAS1 to LRAS2. Do we understand the second point here? We are moving output. We are moving outward. That means we are increasing our output. So if an economy is increasing its output, it is expected that the PPF will shift outward. And an outward shift in the PPF will represent a rightward shift in the long run aggregate supply curve from LRAS1 to LRAS2. Do we understand the second point here, please? The third one. Please, can you stop all these things, or I kick you out of my classroom? The third one, changes in relative productive. The third one, changes in education and skills. Education and skills are not expected to give us a short-term result. That's why it's education. Education is investment. So it means in the long run, education would have yielded a positive return. That means workers would have gained more knowledge, workers would have gained more skills, and that would increase the productivity within the economy. So because of education and training in the long run that is yielding a result or return, it will shift the long run aggregate supply curve rightward from LRAS1 to LRAS2. Do we understand the third point here, please? The fourth one, demographic changes and migration. If there's changes in the population that brings about increase in the population, that means the supply of labor would increase within the economy. And if the supply of labor increases within the economy, output is expected to increase. The long run aggregate supply curve will shift rightward from LRAS1 to LRAS2. Do we get the point here? Because the output within the economy is increasing from Y1 to Y2. All whatever we talked about here will increase the real output within the economy from Y1 to Y2. Do we understand the second to the last point there? And the last one, competition policy. When we talk about competition policy, we're talking about government policies that encourages participation of firms or entering of firms into an industry. So if government ensures that all anti-competitive practices are bounded or are discouraged, it means a lot of firms will come into the industry. And as soon as a lot of firms are encouraged to go into the industry, the real output within the economy would increase from Y1 to Y2. As a result of that, the long run aggregate supply curve will shift rightward from LRAS1 to LRAS2. Are they clear, please? So these are ways in which the long run aggregate supply curve will shift to the right. But any result that is contracting this, a negative result will bring about a leftward shift in the long run aggregate supply. But why are we not talking about a leftward shift? We're not talking about a leftward shift because it is expected that any firm in the long run is operating fully at its full capacity. So you can't fail, you can't plan to fail in the future. You are planning now to succeed in the future. So it is expected that all our plans now, going to the long run, will bring about a positive response. Any question about the long run aggregate supply curve? So in the next class, we're going to talk about the log analysis supply curve according to the classical and the